Morning.
Morning.
Good afternoon for you. Yes. How are you?
Foxy. I'm okay. How are you?
I'm okay. Lots going on this morning.
Yeah.
Had a couple of friends reach out, and I was listening to Kanika Bailey's Clubhouse. I don't know, she had put it on our Facebook group, so I just got off that, and she had Jamie Albright there, who was a romance rom-com writer, so it was pretty cool. Yeah. I'd never been in a Clubhouse before, so that was interesting. Have you heard of Clubhouse, Dave? Clubhouse should be.
I've heard of them, but I haven't looked at it.
Yeah. I think we have Megan and Kate and Easy Graphics on here with us.
Hey, everyone.
Yeah. So happy fall. Look at you all bundled up. Must be cold again where you are.
Yeah. Yeah, we had like 4 days of hot, 5 days maybe.
And now it's back to cold.
Yep.
Oh, fun. Yeah, it's pretty nice here. It's turning fall. People are starting to get their mums out, get rid of the old summer flowers and put out their mums and decorate their porches and things like that. Do people do that there? Pumpkins
what
and
are mums?
Mums, they're flowers. They're like a fall flower. They're perennial.
Okay.
No, they're kind of like they're a bunch of little bits and make a ball of a flower.
Okay.
No? Do people decorate there though with pumpkins on their porch or anything like that, or
No, people do not do that here. Occasionally they decorate for Halloween. Quite a lot of people decorate for Christmas. That's as good as we get.
Yeah. For a couple months around here, it'll be, people will even get like bales of straw, like straw bales and big tall corn plants, that are dried out, and
awesome.
Decorate their porches with gourds and pumpkins and stuff. And yeah, it is fun. It's one of the things when I moved from California to here, down in San Diego, every house is like the same. They have like these communities, and there'd be like 3 different houses repeated over and over and over, and they'd be like this close together. And then I came back here. When I moved back here, I'm like, oh my God, everything's so pretty because the houses are all different, and people like stay in their houses here, and so their houses are generally well kept, and they look pretty, and they're cute, and they generally have more space between them. So anyway, that was something I fell in love with back here.
Sounds like a nice place to live.
Yeah, it's been nice. It's nice to have space around us. I'm not really a neighborly person. You'd think I was friendly. I'm really not. I mean, I am. I have a couple of key neighbors that I'll go by and visit a few times a year, but my Italian grandmother down the road. But that's about it. So what are we up to today? Let's see. Jocelyn wasn't sure she'd make it today. Glad you're here. Glad. Got to get you over the hump into your work there, Jocelyn. You're writing. I need to put my glasses on. Hold on. I cannot see. There we go. Okay, who else we have? Megan Pierce. The Mid-Atlantic and New England takes fall very seriously. Yes. Fall is like 2-month-long holiday here, but no time off.
That's awesome.
Only evidence of fall here is a change in temperature. Where is Jocelyn? Do we know where Jocelyn is? Jocelyn, you'll have to tell us. I forget where you are. No, Megan's up in Michigan. I know Kate is out in North Carolina, if she's still on with us. Easy Graphics is up in Canada. I don't know if they decorate up there.
I was about to say I don't know where all these places are, but I do know where Canada is, so
But I think he's down close to the border of like Pennsylvania or New York or something like that. I'm not sure. He'll have to tell us. Oh, Jocelyn, you're Oklahoma. Is that's really more well, Oklahoma is the Tornado Alley, right? It's like the hub of Tornado Alley. So yeah. What's your weather like, Jocelyn? You still hot out there? I don't know if I could ever live in the middle part of the States. It's like I feel like there's no escape. It's so hard. It's like, because I lived in California where you had the ocean,
Mm-hmm.
and I lived in Montana, and even though that was further in, it was like, I don't know, still close enough. I could
Mountains,
drive
right?
but I could still drive, to escape. And then now I'm in Pennsylvania, which I still feel like there's a coast close enough. I, I don't know. There's something about that middle of the states. I don't think I could do it. Maryland, let's see, mid-Atlantic states and New England are Maryland to Maine. We get tornadoes in the spring and into the summer. And there we go again with that geography. We've got to stop, right?
Yeah.
All right. So what is everyone writing today? What are you writing, Allie?
I'm gonna carry on for a bit with where I got to with Doug.
Okay. So you're trying to
enjoying writing the story out from his point of view and seeing how he felt about all of it.
Some authors, I know we were talking about this, like the switching back and forth and things like that. And some authors do. I think I told you about Samantha Christie, where they'll write, the first half of the book is all in the female's point, and then the second half is all in his point. But in hers, the story carries on. Our friend from our group, author Annie Ray, she did her whole story. I didn't actually. She have it in 2 point of views, but she did her whole story from like the good guy side, and now she's doing the same story mirrored from the bad guy side, and so she's about to put that out, and so I think that's like just some cool ways, So like same with you, like you've written most of your story in the one point of view. It'd be kind of fun if you did the second half of the book, the same story, but in his point of view. I don't know. Anyway, it's your story, so you can always do what you want. Let's see. Easy Graphics is editing a video, showcasing Find a Way Voices dashboard. Very cool. After that, need to finish outlining a book. Yay. Okay. Good job, Easy. Jocelyn, working on exposition. I think I need to concentrate on point of view. Megan, what are you working on today? Let us know. Kate, anyone else with us? Let us know. I'm going to continue on with book 4, but I keep getting sidetracked with a new project. So and like the characters are already speaking to me, and dialogue's coming out, and I've got dialogue coming out. I've got scenes coming to me, and I'm trying to very quickly write everything down, but not get into it. How much time have you got,
Kristen?
How much what?
How much time have you got? Like, could you take a week or 2 weeks to kind of focus on all this stuff coming into your head and get that down, and then come back to your book 4 once all that bit's out?
Yeah, book 4 is half done, so I'm feeling good about taking a little breather here and there and trying to do this. But what I'm basically trying to do, I'm not dipping deep into the new stuff, because I'm just trying to write down stuff that comes to my head, so then that way I don't lose it, So it's not really in an organized fashion. I do have it somewhat, like I know the ending, I know what's happening in the middle, I know a few key things that are going to happen across 4 books. 4 books, 4 couples, all coming to me in a rush. So it's like, it's ready to go.
Write me.
Yeah, it's been rough, but fun, But amazingly also, it's put the creativity going, for my other book that I am trying to write. So that's been fun. Yeah. I'm rewriting my last chapter. Awesome. Kate is working on editing the second book in my fantasy trilogy, but I have to get some things done for new release tomorrow first. Oh, what are we releasing tomorrow, Kate? Is that the Nouveau Riche?
Isla story.
Isla, the Nouveau. Did she end up calling it the Nouveau Riche? Oh, good. How to Nab a Nouveau Riche?
Yes.
Yay! Oh, I'm so excited for you, Kate. That's awesome.
I keep seeing it come up on my thing.
I haven't seen it. I wonder, maybe I didn't pre-order it. And I follow her. But you know what?
Facebook?
I am, but I'm not very active in anything. I'm all over the place. But my email that's attached to my Amazon is a different email, and so is my PayPal. And it's like, I just don't check on it very often. I probably should, but when I do at least a couple times a week. But that's when I see like all the authors that I followed and all the notes and stuff. Yay! Now How to Navigate Reese.
So
Yay!
exciting.
I haven't even seen a cover or anything. Okay, I'm gonna have to look at Kate's Facebook page.
Oh my
I
gosh,
know.
see.
Where have I been? I know she's been working on it.
Doesn't
I didn't get a clue.
I keep getting it come up on my Facebook. So
Did you send out a newsletter, Kate? Because maybe I missed that too. I'm just buried with my head in the sand.
Kate, is it going to be in KU? Because like my husband's out all day shooting tomorrow, so I totally have time to read your book.
Yeah, Kate, let us know. It's on
Oh, that's
IG. Okay, IG. But again, I've been like avoiding IG. So
Oh my gosh. So I've got two Instagrams, right? I have my author Instagram and my personal Instagram, and I never ever use Instagram or anything under my personal. I just don't.
yeah.
And I met up with a friend of mine on Thursday, and she was like, "So you know this massively exciting thing about my life?" And I'm like, "No, oh my gosh!" And she's like, "Well, I put it on Instagram, and you liked it." And I'm like, "Nope, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure that wasn't." She's like, "Well, this." I'm like, "Nice to know."
I'm trying to find Kate Sadler on
Yay,
Instagram.
Kate! I'll have a book to read
Yes,
tomorrow.
it'll be in
That's
KU.
exciting.
Awesome. Oh, here's Kate. Okay, Kate. Sadler Catherine. Sadler Catherine is Kate. You know that she's it. She's your forever girl. How to navigate. Kate, the cover looks really good. With a little
I love
Vegas
Kate's
stuff in the
covers.
background. Very cute, Kate. Very cute. Very, very
Do
cute.
you do your own covers, Kate, or does someone do them for you? And if so,
I know she does have somebody do them, but let us know. Yeah. Oh, that's exciting. Oh, and she has a big, long excerpt on Instagram. Okay, I got to read that first before we get into our own writing. Very cute. Okay. All right, we better get into writing. Yay. Okay. All right, everyone. So we'll do our first 20. I still did not switch, so we're back to unicorns. I will get around to it at some point to get our
good all year round.
Yeah, 20 minutes of writing on fall, but we're going to do unicorns. Okay, everyone, we'll see you in 20. Have a good writing session. All right. Oh, here's your answer. Create your dreams, designs. Okay, good to know. See you guys in 20.
See you in 20.
Hey, I don't know when this stopped, but we're back. I don't know. Something's been going on weird. Timer. Oh, you know what? Because I had the volume down on the typing. That's why. I don't know if we went over 20, but hey, everybody, we're back. How's everyone? Let's see. Jocelyn, how to grab a call. No word count so far. Working out an important point of view I overlooked. Good.
Oops.
I have word counts. I'll have to check on them real quick. Let's see. Morningstar is back. Hey, Morningstar. Thanks for joining us.
Especially after such a late night.
I know, but I've been there, done that. I've been doing really good going to bed earlier by like noon or midnight. I mean, but the last two nights have been like 1 or 2. The last 2 nights back to 1 or 2.
Wait, so how many hours sleep have you been getting?
I get up at 7 each morning because I have to take the one son to school. So yeah.
So like 5, 6 hours?
On a good night, 5 or 6 hours if I get to bed by midnight or so. But yeah, last 2 nights I was kind of like, pushing 1 again, pushing 2, but I'll get back to it. I have to. How about you?
I like a nice around 12 hours of sleep. That keeps me my happy alley.
I cannot sleep 12 hours. No. I mean, I can stay in bed 12 hours. Like there's once in a great while. When was it? Maybe it was last Sunday, maybe. I don't know. Like I got 5 hours sleep, woke up at 8, and I'm like, I'm tired enough I could go back to sleep. But instead, I'll start reading, and then I'll just like get into whatever reading, and I'll read until like 11 or noon. Like that happens down then. So I can stay in bed that long, but I don't sleep that long.
The other week, I had 2 days in a row where I slept for like 10, 11 hours.
Oh my God, Allie.
Bless.
I could do that if I took drugs or something to help me sleep that long, but
I honestly at this point I can't cope on like 5 hours sleep, 6 hours sleep. I need a lot more, which is a nightmare because then you just don't have enough hours in the day. But if I have the less sleep, I still don't have that many hours in the day because I'm just a zombie. So
I know it's a double-edged sword, Let's see. Agree. Our IT department updated my laptop to 365, Office 365, and I lost some of my Excel data. Oh no! Aw. Morningstar's having real work issues. Yes. I fear by Monday I'll lose access to all my items everywhere. Oh
no!
Technology, right?
Yeah.
The fear of Monday. Besides the fear of God, fear of Monday is next on my fear list. That's so good. Number 1 and 2 in that order. That's funny. Aw. More video editing, about calling it a day soon. 652 words for Megan Pierce. Let me look and see my words. I was kind of let's see here. I wrote a bit. How about you, Allie? What did you say you did?
I got 831 words.
Woohoo, my gosh. These are burning it up today. I did 499. That's good for me.
Nice.
It's fun when you get like on the writing side, there's so much so many ideas and so much going on. So yeah. Very cool. Megan says need 7 to 8 hours sleep or have a harder time than normal focusing. I think I just lasted so long, and I'm normally a bouncing off the walls person anyway. So I feel like, I just go. I go. And it's probably not very healthy. No. In fact, I know it's not. But I read something recently that even 6 hours sleep is fine. Like, I know there's this thing out there about 7 hours of sleep, but I don't know.
I know if you get like 4 hours or less, you're more likely to end up with dementia. So aim to get more than that.
Yes.
But, I read something about it. It was a while ago though, so it might have been debunked by now.
I know. There's theories everywhere about everything.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Okay, shall we hit our next 20? Everyone's having a good morning. Let's get some words in. Let's get some, if you're editing or whatever you're doing, let's do it. Let's get into it today. Okay, off to our second 20. See you guys at the other end.
See you in 20.
intentionally written that
All right,
way.
I think we're back
If that is your
again.
intent, it's perfect.
I keep losing the time. It says 20 minutes. Ali, are we back?
Well, I'm happy to be back. I just wait for you to sound in my ears, and that's how I know it's over.
So we discovered last time, or a couple times ago, that my little unicorn interlude here that we use to time ourselves somehow must have like recorded me like sitting in my chair wiggles, sounds are in the background. My breathing is in the background. And I didn't ever hear that before. I don't know what the deal is. And so I figured out on my end, but I guess it must affect all you all too, that I can turn the volume off. But I guess you guys aren't hearing the typing either if I do that when the time goes off?
No.
Okay. So I will record new fall timers this week. And I'll make sure that I'm deathly quiet when they're going on. Anyway, okay. Sorry about that, guys. We're back. Hi. So how'd you do?
670 something, I think.
Oh, that's great. You're coming along today. That's awesome. You're getting real into his mind as you're writing his point of view.
Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure that it's a great story at this point, but I'm getting a lot of stuff about him. So
yeah, I feel like when I start diving into someone's point of view, like you get to know them so much. So some of what you're writing may not make it into the book, but might be more you're just analyzing him. You're trying to figure out who he is. I actually got Amazon packages delivered. So I did that. And since I was up, then I was like, I might as well go make my coffee because I hadn't had coffee yet today. And that led to a bologna sandwich. And then it was like, I forgot I had this contemporary writers, what's the contemporary romance writers session that was starting at 1 from a writer named Laquette. Okay. And she's giving actually a pretty damn good session on the emotions behind it all, and even talking about like even when you start a romance novel, sometimes they'll start and right off the bat chapter 1 somehow they meet and they have sex, and then like the next chapter they're meeting later and realizing there's more to it than just the initial meeting they had. But she's talking about like even the emotion in that initial first chapter, there has to be some kind of emotional connection, and so that's pretty cool. And she's talking about heat levels, like low to no heat, moderate to high heat, super high heat, etc. And she has this whole chart broken down with all kinds of great info. So it's pretty cool.
That's good.
So, yeah. There are so many sessions, and I'm so glad. Sometimes I feel strange about like, there are people out there. There's a lot of free sessions, and we can certainly share information back and forth. But I feel weird, like if people are charging for their services and their information, like they're wanting people to pay so that they can give that info. I feel weird sometimes, like sharing what they've, sharing everything, slides, or or even tons of that knowledge. Or whatever. I don't mind sharing a tip or something, but like I just feel weird about it because I feel like that person has created this and is trying to make a living off of that money. I don't want to be putting their stuff out for free. So I sometimes I'm like, I wish I could share more, but that just is like, but
I share free stuff, but I wouldn't share stuff that you have to pay for. Not like a little bit, maybe, but that'd be like ripping off someone's book, wouldn't it?
The best tip, I don't mind sharing, and that kind of thing. Yeah. But this is the Contemporary Romance Writers Association is a spinoff from the Romance Writers of America, which I guess RWA is having some issues and had a big blow up over race and a whole bunch of other things and money issues and stuff like that. And so, but I really like this CRW because they have like really tried to, branch off and do their thing and do it right and well. And so I don't know how much it was to join. I don't think it was much, maybe $50. But then they offer these sessions, and some sessions are like email. They'll drip out to you in an email over the course of a couple of weeks. A month, I'm sorry. So like each week there will be a lesson and then a discussion between all the people taking it. And so I've done a few of those, and they're like $15, just for that kind of interesting topic. And then there's some of these are like, a one-time webinar kind of a thing. Not a webinar where they're selling you something, but just like a a learning, Zoom
Yeah.
call. And I think these are also like $5 or $15 to pay for the person who's giving the info and stuff. But
Yeah.
I really like it.
That's good.
Let's see. Okay. So Jocelyn didn't hear anything. Megan heard typing at the beginning and end of the timer. Haven't heard in a while. I don't know. You could share that you learned a lot and how to get involved. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. I mean, that flower character thing was cool. Oh, yeah. That was actually in another group that somebody posted in another group, the HEA group. I'd like to find that one day. Yeah. Morningstar. What a good, that's some good writing right there, Morningstar. I feel like I'm in an ocean swimming to shore that I can't see. Put that in your book. Morningstar. That's good.
And hope you're swimming in the right direction.
I know. Poor Morningstar. It's rough. Yes, very rough. All right. So how's everything else going? You writing good and feeling good about what you're doing today?
Yeah. Thinking I
Good.
should get up and turn the lights on in a second. It's getting dark.
I know. My room's dark here too today. All right. So shall we head into our third writing sprint?
Yeah, definitely.
Let's do it. We're having a very productive day today.
Yeah,
See you guys in 20.
See you in 20.
I guess we're back again. Hello, everyone. We are back. How did everyone do? I was chatting on the Facebook one with a few of you. We were talking about Megan sex scenes, so that was fun. And I'm listening to this woman. She's really good. She's really got a lot of tips, but I'm going to have to watch the replay, which usually that's where I fall down then. If I'm multitasking, then I'm like, oh, this is really good. I'm going to have to watch the replay. And then I like put it off and done around. I mean, I must have a million replays in my email of things. It's crazy. But this one I will definitely listen to. It was really good. So I'll try and get you some interesting, helpful hints. Let's see, Jocelyn. So the sprints were at least helpful. Good. Well, I'm glad. That's what we're here for. Allie and I live to be helpful.
Yeah, we do.
It's so fun. How'd you do, Allie? How'd it go?
I got about 20 words and dinner.
Nice. Yeah. I got no words because I was doing that. I did get my coffee. Multitasking, my brain wasn't there, unfortunately. But I'm pretty excited because I have got in my book 4 about almost 30,000 words. And in this particular book, like 3,000 words. In another book, I've got like 10,000 words. I'm like hopping around. I need to stop. I need to like focus on book 4, but I have time, so it's been okay. But
yeah,
it's fun to get that creative juice back flowing.
Yeah, I've done about 1,500 words today, so that last one might have been a bit of a bust, but overall, I'm quite happy.
Yeah. You were. I remember the day you were like, if I do 500 words a day, I'm okay. And now, like, you've been. You know, I think last week you had a big number too. Yeah, you've been doing good.
Yeah, which is good because it makes up for all the many days that I don't get to write at all. So.
It's hard, momming and working and everything else. I know. We're not going to beat ourselves up though. Yay, Megan, finished final chapter. Awesome.
Wait, Megan, does that mean your book is done? Can I read it now? Is your book finished?
Is it book 2 or book 1 she's talking about? Book 1? Book 1? I know, Megan, you must tell us. Please share. That could work because they literally have sex. Oh, okay. I'm reading our chat. And I'm like, I'm reading it out loud like it's part of this. I need to stop multitasking. Focus. Okay. Thank you. I have 2 scenes I want to read through before editing before I'm officially done with second draft. So exciting. Oh my gosh.
That is very exciting.
It's fun to see this whole process have started and worked its way through. That's great. And Kate, how'd you do? Morningstar, are you still with us? Let us know. It sounds like Easy Graphics was very productive, finishing some video edits and such. Good day, everyone. So we're writing again Tuesday at 4. Want to try that again?
Yeah, we can do that again.
Let me look at my calendar just to be sure. So much going on.
I don't mind this week. As of this week, I can either do 4 or the morning. So whichever one works for you.
I can do 4. My son has to get a follow-up shot at 6. So we might have to get 3 through real quickly, and like as long as I can leave like 5:45, that'll be fine. Yeah. It will be good. Tuesday at 4. Saturday we're good too. This next Saturday. Yep. By the way, Allie, did you know today is 9/11? Do they do any interesting stuff in the UK for memory of 9/11?
I don't think they do anything big, although I rarely have the TV on, so there's probably stuff on the news about it, and the BBC probably mentions it, but I always forget because 9/11 is the wrong way around for us. We don't call it that. We do call it 9/11, but we don't put our months and our days in that order. So 9/11 to us is the 9th of November.
Yeah, so your 11/9 is today.
Yes. So I always get the date wrong and forget that it's this date because it's just not in the right order for me.
It's the 20th anniversary, as
20th.
Morningstar said.
Oh my
What do you guys
Then
call
I'm
it,
sure
though?
there's been stuff on BBC.
Yeah. Is there something you guys call it, though, in the UK? Like the
No, we call
the
it
day
9/11 because that's just
Oh,
what America calls it,
yeah.
but it just
Gotcha.
doesn't sink in my brain that it's
Gotcha.
the 11th.
Forever, I called it 911, which is our emergency number here.
Yeah.
And I remember teaching my first class of students in 2015, and they would just Mrs. Well, say my last name, like it's 9/11. It's not 9/11. So yeah, I had no idea. But anyway, my husband has been watching stuff all week. They had a really good show on one of the three main, I think ABC or CBS or something, had a Women of 911. See, there we go, Women of 9/11, and that was really good. I watched that. He's also been watching a series on National Geographic, and it's been really amazing. Just so many stories from the day of a variety of different people, and it's been very well done. Several episode series. If you have the National Nat Geo channel, anybody, I highly recommend watching. It's really good. Just sad. It's one of those situations I remember where I was that day. How about you, Ellie?
Yeah,
Do you
I do. Yeah.
I remember
exactly what I was doing.
What were you doing?
Oh, I was sitting downstairs watching the TV going, but the what? The what? The what happened? And I ran upstairs and told my dad, and was like, an airplane flew into the tower. Like, how did that happen? And he's like, oh, well, that would be some terrorism then. And I'm like, it would? Because they're talking about it like it's an accident right now. And he's like, yeah, that's not going to happen by accident. And I was like, oh my God, do you think the towers will fall over? And he's like, no, that won't happen. Like, they're better built than that. And I remember going back up again, however much later it was, and being like, turns out you were wrong on that. And I think that's the point that he actually came downstairs and started paying a bit of attention to it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So there were 4 flights, I think. There was the Pentagon, there was the one here in PA, and then there were 2 on the towers. And so I remember my husband we had just moved into our new house. We had bought a house. It wasn't a new house, but we bought a house, our first house together. We weren't married yet. I had moved here like in June, and in September and in August we bought a house, and we had just moved in that weekend, and then this happened. And so I just remember it because of that timing. But my husband usually got up at like 5 a.m. and went out to work. And so he came home then. He came home. I don't even think I had watched, or I had just started watching, and here he came at the drive-in. He came home to watch it with me, and he was like, couldn't believe it, because he had a driving route, and so he kind of had freedom in his schedule. And we sat there and watched it all morning and just were in shock. We couldn't believe it. Yeah, and the one here in PA especially, just crazy. And we actually, on our honeymoon, then a year later, we drove through Shanksville here in PA, where the site was, on the way back, I think, we honeymooned in Williamsburg, Virginia, and we drove on the way back, and we stopped, and they had a makeshift like memorial going on, and they had it was a fence, and then people were just putting bits and pieces of memory and flags and all kinds of things in the fence, and it was pretty cool. So we have our pictures from that, and it was sitting above the field where the crash happened. And then just last summer we went. A year ago, we actually went to the back there with our sons, and they had, of course, everything is built now, the whole memorial, and it's just beautiful. They did a really, really nice job. They have up on the hill a big, it's not a very pretty building. It's just a huge cement building, but inside it has all the history and museum and everything that happened, and videos and stuff. And then there's a nice little about a mile long walk through the field and wildflowers and stuff to get down to the near the crash site. The crash site is still away in the field, but before the site, they don't let you on the site, of course, because it's hallowed ground, but they have a beautiful cement wall, and all the names and the people and everything is there. And then they have these really cool chimes on the hill nearby as well that are like, I don't know, 100 feet in the air or something. And they have these bells that ring. It's really nice. And they ring in the breeze, but you can also ring them, or people do ring them. I guess the officials do now and then, but it was really nice. So what is everyone else saying about when they saw it? Kate was actually in England on 9/11. Wow. Morningstar had a first cousin who was at Columbia during 9/11. Oh, watch the towers fall. Yeah, that would be crazy to be actually in New York City at the time. Jocelyn was about to eat breakfast. Someone told me what happened. Looking at the news, and the plane hit the second tower. Yeah.
See, I feel like I was eating breakfast, and I've just checked the times because that can't possibly be right, and that was like 1:45 in the afternoon. So I feel
Maybe
like
you're
I
eating
might.
lunch.
I feel like I might have been in my getting up late phase at that point as well.
Aww. Or eating lunch, or maybe you're eating a bowl of cereal for lunch.
I'd like to think it was lunch, but
Morningstar pumping milk from my newborn. And Easy Graphics was in Whetstone. Is that how you say that? North London at the time. Couldn't believe the news.
yeah, it was just
So
it was so
sad.
surreal.
Mm-hmm. So sad. So sad. I imagine anything, any news of any wars breaking out over the world or any bad things like that. It's so hard to imagine until it happens to you, then it's like, it's a crazy feeling. I remember my mom always saying that about when people always say when presidents get assassinated or whatever, like you just remember where you are at that time. And so like she always remembered when JFK got shot, right? John Kennedy. And it was so weird. After seeing on TV through the years, you see all the films of JFK getting shot and all that kind of thing. The first time I went to Dallas, I was just the weirdest feeling, because you just feel like you were there, and you're just, because I don't know if it's because your mind is trying to assemble the fact of all these films that you've seen, or the shows that you've seen about it, with the actual, the grassy knoll and the library and the corner where the car turned in. It just was just so weird to be right there. It was so strange. Wheatstone, yes, Whetstone. How funny. Anyway, God bless everybody who went that day, and it's crazy world we live in, guys. I think I must have been off college that day. This is you. I remember watching it for hours. Aw. 20 years ago, Allie. Oh my gosh. You were so young, going to college. Oh my gosh. 20 years ago, I was so young.
See, no, that can't be right. That can't be right, because I wouldn't have been going to college in 2001. Maybe I would have seen my mum or something. No, I'd have been...
because you're younger than me, so... How old were you?
Yeah, 2001, I'd have been university. But we wouldn't have gone back to university yet. So, because university starts at the end of the month. So I'd have been at home. I went somewhere. Afterwards.
Crazy. But I remember it being one of those days where you just sat in front of the television and watched the news.
Yeah.
Kind of the same thing happened with the Gulf War, the very first Gulf War. My first husband was away in it. And that was the same thing. Or I think he was home, and then he was sent over. But that very first like week that the Gulf War erupted, that was like, we were glued to the television, and that's why these days I can't do it anymore. When major events happen, like I hear them because my husband's watching news or whatever, but I have a rough time, like losing myself into, the horribleness of a situation for a long period.
Yeah. I remember when I was a lot younger, King's Cross, the escalators caught fire. And my dad would have been going through. My dad went up the escalators maybe 20 minutes before they caught fire. But by the time it came on the news, he wasn't home. And we knew that that's when he came through the station. So we were watching it on the news, and I remember that my mum... Wow, I'm teary today, sorry. I remember how scared my mum was till my dad got home. because like no phones that far back. We didn't know.
Yeah. Aw, Allie. My gosh. And
So
is that like a
emotional.
train? I'm assuming it's like a train station or something you're talking about?
Yeah,
The
King's
escalators?
Cross in London. It's a major train interchange.
Oh my
And the escalators got there's been documentaries and stuff because no one could understand how the fire just whooshed, spread so far and so fast. It was a whole science thing. Like new science was discovered from it.
Oh my! I'll have to look up a documentary on that. Interesting.
Yeah,
Like
doesn't
the
help all the people
escalators
that
themselves,
died.
it wasn't like there was a
Yeah.
train derailment or anything. It was just the escalator.
No.
Wow.
The escalators.
I would assume there's some kind of oil or something that greases them or whatever. Is that kind of maybe what caught fire? Or?
Someone dropped a cigarette, and I think the escalators at that time were a lot more wooden.
Oh my gosh!
And so it dropped through into all the grease and oil underneath. But the way the fire went up, because they didn't realize it was such a big fire until suddenly it flashed into the room above the escalators and killed a lot of people.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
So that was horrific.
Jeez, it's weird how short life is. Really, you know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And this whole, I don't know, we can't even get into politics right now, so I'm not even going to bring it up. There's just so much going on in the world. It's crazy. I know King's Cross well. See, Allie?
Yeah.
Oh, like a chimney. Yes.
Like the biggest one in London. So.
Well, on that note.
Yeah.
Anyway, it is nice that we had a nice chat to memorialize the day. Sad that that we have to memorialize the day, but you know, there's a lot of interest and stuff that came out of that day 20 years ago for sure.
Yeah.
I was just oddly thinking this week too, you know, when everything kind of sparks a little thought in my head, but it's like, you know, writing a story out of trauma like that, like some big event like that, and then too, because there were a couple stories of love in this National Geography thing.
Yeah.
Like there were the one couple, there was two policemen, a policewoman and a policeman, and they were partners, you know, on their shifts, and they had always had a really close friendship being partners, but because of 9/11, they ended up realizing they were in love with each other, and you know, it's like, oh, you know. Some good things do come out of bad things sometimes. It's crazy.
I read some very touching stories about some first responders who volunteered to be buried, like partially buried in the rubble, so that the dogs could find living people, because they were getting so depressed finding the bodies afterwards.
Oh
so
my
you
gosh.
had some people who just let themselves be covered a little bit so the dogs could find someone alive and get that happy feeling going, and that was so sweet.
It surprised me. I thought they had pulled more people out of the rubble in 9/11, but what surprised me in this series was they really hadn't. Like, it's crazy, but I mean, that's a lot of rubble. Two big buildings coming down and two airplanes. That's, you know, it's a lot of rubble to sift through. So, but there were people who are trying. Crazy. Okay, well, yes, easy graphics on a high note. Everybody got good words today, good productivity, so that's good.
Yeah.
So, coming up this week, Tuesday, we'll write at 4:00. We changed the time, everyone, because I'm trying to work a lot, and I appreciate Allie being willing to change an hour later there. My day job is just heated up, so I needed the time. So we'll do Tuesday at 4 and Saturday again next Saturday at noon. How's that sound?
Sounds good to me.
All right. Well, I'm glad everyone is safe. I'm glad we're all okay. I'm glad we're very productive today. And I hope that everyone has a good rest of the week. And got any good plans, Ellie?
Nope. Okay. Mummying tomorrow will be fun. I'm going to read Kate's book while mummying and not yell at the kids for interrupting Kate's book. Yes, that's
good
my
luck
plan.
with that. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm so excited about Kate's book. Let's end this on a high note with that. That just to remind everyone, Kate, I don't know, what's that, your 30th book or something, Kate, is coming out tomorrow. I don't know how many. She's got so many.
Yeah.
maybe even 50. How much is between the fantasy and
That's
the
no
romance?
Kate.
Yeah, I wonder if you know, Kate. Have you totaled them up? Anyway, her new book, Naba Nouveau Riche, is out tomorrow. Look for Kate Sadler. Exciting.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. So go have a great rest of the weekend. Enjoy.
Yes.
Take some time out with your loved ones. We'll see you on Tuesday.
We'll see you Tuesday.
Bye, everyone.